Get some TV up in here. Find a little snippers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right. How y'all doing, y'all? How y'all week been? Huh? Mine been like, woo, hectic. As usual. That's how it normally is. But I'm glad to be alive. You know what I'm saying? Each day I wake up, I'm glad to be here. Like, thank you, Jesus. Absolutely. He woke us up this morning. Absolutely. Yes, because a lot of people didn't wake up today. Yes. Then I'm here with my girl Traci, my cousin Traci Morris-Greenlee.
Yeah, cut out the granny.
Oh. I ain't said that.
I said what I said, but it's okay.
Anyway, that's another story.
Right.
But I do want to share our new T-shirts that we got here, y'all. We got all kinds of different bedazzles and jewelried up T-shirts.
Oh, that's nice.
And vests. So you can get those from me for $50. You can call me 480-9200, or you could go to my store, 800 Compton Road, Unit 17. And you know I do buy appointments only, so it's all about you. When you come, it's me and you, so we can do you and get you all together.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm nice, y'all. Nice.
I love it.
I'm gonna come give me one.
You know what? I thought I usually get larger T-shirts, but these are pretty big.
I
so
like that.
I just ordered some
It's all
smaller.
bedazzled up and stuff. So what size is that?
This is a large,
Oh.
and it's a lot of room. I don't like that much room, so I ordered some small
nice.
mediums. And but they got vests that the same way. The bedazzles on the back. They're really small.
It's flash.
So it's hot out there, y'all.
Kim always been. She always been
I gotta come on.
I know you did.
You know what I'm saying? So carry on the barber jeans. Right. So it's hot out here, ain't it? It's 80-something degrees. What is it? 80.
It's hot. But I'm glad to see it for me.
Yeah.
Because it's been nice and chilly.
Yeah. It's like, what do we wear? A snow today?
Right.
Or do we wear a raincoat?
Right.
Or do we wear a jacket?
We all
confused. That's why I got the sniffles. I'm like, I'm waking up like, what is going on?
Yeah.
I don't know. So what's been happening to we still got all these killings and things going on in the city. We got what about this woman that came back to try to, I guess she tried to kidnap the little boy. Then she tried to say she was from children's services. She was she was in the neighborhood. And the little boy was on the bike, and she told the little boy, "Come on with me. I got some candy for you." You know what I'm saying? And the little boy was like,
"Who is you?"
He said, he was a smart little boy. He said, "Let me go ask my mama."
I know that's right.
You know what I'm saying? He said,
smart.
So he got off his bike. He went in the house, ran to his mama. So the lady changed real quick. She said, "I'm from Children's Protection, and I want to see your home, and I want to make sure this little boy is safe." Girl, they locked her up, boom, boom.
ASAP. As they should.
As they should. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know how she gonna get out of that one, but she talking about, I just went to Kroger's, I was drunk, and I went to get some more beer.
She done blamed it on the alcohol.
Blamed it on alcohol, girl. What?
She done blamed it on the alcohol, yeah.
And then, did y'all hear about the people that, why are they going to search? Why are they going to search?
How many hours they got now? I don't know what's going on
there. It was
now.
like 16 or something.
I hope they
do, but they not to Titanic alone.
What's going on with that?
Y'all ain't got nothing else to do.
They got too much money and nothing else to do.
It's all our kids out here being killed, and y'all worried about the Titanic.
They've been underwater.
Been underwater. Hundreds of years. Stop it. Stop. Come on to the inner city. Let us tell you what we need to do.
We can put some of that money to
give us some
jobs.
That was
$1 billion. Because they all paid what, like a quarter of $1,250,000? Girl, we could have figured out some stuff.
We could have
though,
figured
real
out some
quick.
stuff. I mean, basically, I think I don't know if it's jobs or what, but have you noticed when you go to the restaurants these days that you are not being treated really nice?
No, you're not. Customer service has really plummeted down. Yes.
And I really hate to cook because it's just me. But me and my dad, but he don't like too much restaurant food.
Mm-hmm.
I go out and get some restaurant food, but I just noticed that how nasty
They
these
are.
people
They act like our money ain't. I keep telling them our money spends anywhere.
They
Like,
did.
why do you act like that when I'm paying you?
They don't even want to give you a napkin.
No, you gotta ask. If you don't ask, you don't get.
Girl, I
You
looked
don't
at my
get no.
bag today
You don't
and
get
I
no
have no napkin.
condiments.
What in the
You
world?
don't get no condiments. You don't get nothing.
What is going on?
What is going on?
I don't know, y'all, but
I don't know.
we got to get some. We got to get some better things going with
We do.
teaching our young people skills,
Yes.
teaching them how to speak to people, teaching them how to get along with others, teaching them that you don't have to react to everything that happens to you.
Not negatively.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
have got to
Sometimes
find
you
a way.
gotta shake things out. I mean, it's like in my group home, I'm talking about older adults
Mm-hmm.
acting like, you gotta kind of school them sometimes. Like, you don't have to respond to everything that happens. Because if you did that all the time, you're gonna be one time
Messed up. Mm-hmm.
and miserable.
Yeah. And what kills you?
Misery, unhappiness.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? When you got that smile, it's so much easier to smile than
Yeah.
frown.
It's like, what is wrong? What's
It's
so
hard
bad?
It's hard to frown. That takes up a lot
Yeah,
of
it
energy.
does. It does. And it give you wrinkles.
Yeah, wrinkles. Wonder why they have them wrinkles.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I like my skin. I am. Yeah, so I could see some things going down the street, and I had to turn around and look and say, what was that? I seen a girl, she was strolling somebody, and she had all of these dimples everywhere, and her stomach was out here, and she had on some days and
I understand.
and a little tube top.
Listen, girl, I understand
I
when
said-
they say love the skin you in, but everything ain't for everybody.
You heard
You
that?
know?
Everything is not for
For
everybody.
everybody. Sometimes I be wondering if some don't have mirrors. Like, do you have a mirror in your house? Like, I mean, yeah. But sometimes they have the trick mirrors.
Oh, okay. You know, like
The one with the
Snapchat.
carnival, yeah.
Yeah. You know, that
Or the ones at the carnival, you know what I'm saying?
Look
Little
like
tiny, you know, like, oh, that look good. Be like, girl, that did, and that
she
did.
put on that there.
Like, she did. But, you know, we gotta love them too, though. We just love. We just got something to say. I used to be able to tell them, but now I don't even tell people no more because people are angry.
Yeah.
Listen, we are living in a generation of angry people. Angry. You can't jump in front of nobody in the car. You can't tell nobody kids nothing. You can't say nothing to these young women and young men. We are living around just some angry people who always quit. They quit to pull out a gun or pull out a weapon or they just angry people, you know.
They don't even fight no more.
No, fight.
They don't know how to fight.
What is that? Fight?
Yeah. I know me and my cousins, we used to fight all the time.
All the time.
You know what I'm saying? We'd fight one day and then the next couple hours,
No,
we back
that's
to
the next couple
we back
hours,
to-
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We gonna fight over something stupid.
Right.
We fought, we ain't pull out no gun.
Right.
We might be
hurt
like,
each other.
I dare you to
Yeah, knock this out my.
knock this out my
That's
stomach.
cross this line.
Right. I dare you to cross this line.
Girl,
We
honey,
ain't
now they just pulling the gun out, shoot you dead right where you at.
Nothing, no question, it's about it.
And then the sad part about it is they getting younger and younger. There's somebody now in the Justice Center now. He's probably 16 already. He got like I heard he got like 3, 4 murders up on him.
Oh,
You know, like you can't do nothing. Be like, what happened to you? Like, you know, what happened?
Girl, I heard that this 9-year-old is carrying guns.
Yeah.
What is this?
We have lost. We are losing our youth. I don't even. I used to be able. I don't lost hope. I don't lost hope. You know, and that's something that I'm striving to get back because it's not good not to have hope. You know, but
no, it's not. Not to have hope. We gotta have. We got nothing else. We gotta have hope because hope is gonna wake us up.
Yeah.
We gotta have hope.
Right. It's just so hard to have it when every time you turn on the radio, every time you go to Facebook, every time you turn the TV on, you see nothing but just heartache, death, dismay. You know, it's this. I'm really losing hope. I'm gonna try not to. I'm doing everything in my power.
Yes.
To get it back.
As long as you do all that God has instilled in you to do, if you've done all you can.
Yeah. You're right, Kim.
You've done all you can because, woo. Did you see the three little boys? Ooh, they daddy killed
and then I hear his parents is trying to bond him out. And I mean, you know,
he had drug issues right now and mental health issues.
Them, I don't know, but them kind of mental health issues, them kind of drug addiction, he never need to see the light of day again.
Ooh, he killed them 3 little cute babies.
His baby.
Ooh, his baby. How?
I don't know.
How did he get the strength and the courage?
That's evil, Kim. That's a different demonic type of evil. Yes.
Girl, I don't know. I tell you what, it's gonna take a whole lot of prayer. It's gonna take a whole lot of prayer. Because we in the times.
Yeah,
we go back to the book of Revelation.
It says it don't see
what they said, plagues, hold it. Yes. You know what I'm saying? All that is occurring.
It's all happening. It's all happening. It's happening just as they said. The children is turning against their parents.
Yes.
You know? It's written there. It is written.
And that's one thing it says in the Bible. Love, thy honor thy mother and father. For they days of the
Woo! And I just seen on Queen City. I was actually driving down Queen City, y'all. Some of y'all might have heard about it on the news or seen it. I ain't even been there, but I was driving down Queen City and happened to see the news and a bunch of people outside. And later on that evening when it aired on the news, he had killed the son, had killed his stepdad. The son.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Queen City.
Yes.
I just was like, my heart just broke for
Wait a minute, did you see where the stepson set his stepmom on fire?
Yes, and she just passed, right?
Yes, well, she rolled out that. She jumped out that window.
She tried to get herself out, save herself.
Tried to save herself.
What they saying about him? I guess he got mental conditions too.
So what? Lord Jesus. We're gonna take a break right now, and we're gonna be back, and we're gonna have some conversations. It might not be some pleasant conversations, but it's some conversations that we need to have. So stay tuned in to Busy One Radio. This is Fashion Talk with Lady Devine and Traci Morris. She told me to leave Dr. Greenlee. Okay, thank y'all. Leave Dr. Greenlee. the drawer, y'all. Detox. Take the detox one time a day. Do the lipo in the drawer twice a day. Wrap in saran wrap. Put your belt on. Look at that waist. It worked, y'all. Call me 480-9200, y'all. Can't go wrong. How you like it?
I love this.
How it feel?
It's like I had my shake from about 20 years ago.
Okay, see what I'm saying? It works. Lipo in a jar. Ace bandage.
It's divine.
Tuned into Busy Wine, and I'm Lady Devine. So get your wine, sit back, and relax. We got a special guest tonight. Yeah, y'all tuned into Lady Devine. This is fashion talk. Normally he's dressed up. Woo, you be having it on.
You know, I mean, gotta represent when I'm on stage. And
Yes.
I'm always representing my outfits.
Yes.
You know, you're on stage, so you gotta do something a little different. So start getting different clothes, jazzier clothes, kind of stuff that I'd never really worn before. And now, you know, now I go to K&G like, yeah, let me get that and that. And,
Oh,
you know,
so
just different
Are you
places.
saying you don't need her no more?
I'm saying that I have been taught to, when they say grasshopper, you know, take the pebble off my hand. I think I've been able to take the pebble. So,
Oh, shit. But you had a good teacher.
oh, without question.
The outstanding sexiness. You need the sexiness in the life.
It's divine.
All right, y'all, we back. We back, yeah. The air is something is giving an error, but it's okay because we still got Facebook Live. And so we're gonna have some unpleasant conversations. Traci has lost two significant people in her life in the last couple of years. And we want to talk about what happened and why. Because why are we taking people's life and having no remorse? So let's talk about Antoine. Antoine, the baby. My baby boy. We're going to talk about Antoine. Antoine was my third child, my baby boy. He went by the name
Facebook is Hangman King. Some of y'all may know him. He was murdered he was shot November the 7th. And he was, I took him off life support November the 10th of 2021. So
how many days is that?
But 2, 3,
And you knew he wasn't coming back.
yeah. I knew the moment, I accepted his, when they had to, amputate his leg, one leg, and then when they came back, they said they had to amputate another one. I still had some hope. But the last thing when his organs began to fail, I knew that he was not going to make it. And I knew that, the longer I kept him on life support, we had no idea that he was in any pain. I knew that he wouldn't want to live that way. So I decided to make the hard decision to allow him to go on.
So he was helping someone change a life.
Exactly, in Northside. Antoine, as we all know, was an avid Bengals fan. And we all knew that we didn't bother Antoine when it was time for the Bengals. That's something we just didn't do. So I don't know what this young lady said. I don't know how bad her voice must have been in dire distress for him to get up and go change her. Maybe he just thought, okay, it's a quick job. I'll change the locks, be back home.
And this was a friend of his.
Well, it wasn't a friend, but it was someone who knew from Facebook. And she asked him to come change her locks. He didn't know she was in the middle of a domestic dispute. That's why he was changing locks. He didn't know. He went to change her locks, and apparently her boyfriend, he decided that he wanted to take his life. For nothing. No, you didn't get anything. There was no reason. There was no reason to kill him, to take his life, to take him from his family. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around it.
How did you find out about it?
That was just it. Like my grandson, he kept calling and asking my daughter Kelly, have you seen his dad? He's been calling his dad. And so we all began to call him. He wouldn't answer. One thing about Antoine, he always called for his children. He always answered his children. He always answered for his children, right? No matter what. So when he didn't answer for his children, and he wasn't answering for myself, or my daughters, we knew that it had to be something. And probably this is like right after the Bengals game. So we talking early, 4 o'clock in the evening, we didn't find out. We didn't get the call till like 7 p.m. that a young lady reached out to my oldest son and told him that Antoine was involved, had been shot at her house. It was the young lady whose house it was. She told him that and told us who had committed the crime. And we went to the hospital, and we stayed outside the hospital for hours trying to get in to find, to see him. And probably maybe about 11 p.m. that night, they finally allowed us to visit him. And he was in pretty bad shape. But we still held on.
It was one shot?
One shot in the stomach. It was a high-powered firearm with them type of bullets that, so from what I understand, when they shot him in the stomach, the bullet itself, yes. Yeah, pretty much. So, but he was an awesome guy.
He was.
He was.
I remember him as a child.
Yes.
Being at Kids Cafe.
Yes.
Always having a smile on his face.
Always. Loving life.
Yeah.
Biggest life.
The girls loved him.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say, he was a ladies' man. He definitely was, but
At a young age.
yeah.
So I can imagine
he's definitely missed.
as a man. So I know it broke our family heart.
it's still, you know, we still haven't, even though we have someone who's in jail at this moment, we still haven't went to trial yet. So it's a very long process. It's not like, you know, on TV how we think, you know, no, it's been, you know, every time it's like another jab, because it's another continuance, another. And you're like, how many, you know, everybody knows she did it, but, you know, we have
So
to.
it's wasting the taxpayer.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. And he's going to trial, so, you know, we're going to see. We're not declaring justice until August the 14th, you know, we can get justice.
August the 14th is the
It's
trial.
the trial.
August the 14th.
Yes.
So can anybody come to the trial?
Anybody who loves Antoine needs to be there. They need to see what he needs to see what he took from us, what he stole from us. You know, my son didn't die. My son was killed. My son was murdered. You know, his life was stolen. You know, and I won't rest. I will not rest until I get justice.
So August the 14th, y'all, we need y'all to come down to the courthouse and show your support for Antoine, for Traci, for Kelly, for all of them, for his life being just snatched from them right just underneath their arms for no reason. You know, no reason.
These murders are senseless. And until we realize that everyone's life has some value to it, you know, it hurts me every time I look at the news, and I know what's behind that person's death. I know that he has a mother, he has some siblings, you know, and you know, and just because he has left this world, we still left here to, you know, in pain. We still left here. We carry this pain every day, you know, every day, every moment. You know, I know a lot of y'all see me, I'm smiling, you know, but I'm broken. You know, I am literally broken. But, you know, I know that I have a lot of support. I have a great support system. Kim, I got so many people who just loving on us, and, you know, and people like you that lets our story be told. You know, it's been good. It's been good.
Okay.
I'm forever thankful.
I was torn when my daughter told me, and I was like, I gotta reach out to her and say something. And I did reach out, but you know, you didn't respond. But it was like, okay, I know you would probably get it one day, but I was just,
Yeah. And you know, and then it goes back, like a lot of people, you know, I remember, I was on the other side too, when knowing that people, you know, met people who done lost their children, and you know, there's nothing you can say, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing you can say, you know, it's so hard, you know, the only words you can say is, you know, I'm so sorry, but you know, I show so many people so much grace because I know that we don't have there's no right words that you can say to somebody who's going through such a, you know, tremendous loss.
I mean, I didn't lose a child, but when I lost my mother, and then people kept coming up and saying, "Oh, she looks so good," and I'm like, "She looks so good."
Oh yeah.
What?
Trust me.
I mean,
My favorite one is that I totally, you know, hate is that he's in a better place. No. A better place would be here with me.
right.
That's not. He's not. I can't wrap my mind around a better place because a better place he would be with his children. He would be raising his children.
And how many children did he have?
He had a total of 3.
Different ages.
Oh Jesus. He had 2 biological and he had 3 bonus children. The ages are, he has a set of twins. They're I guess they're about 8, and then they're maybe 5, something like that. And then his bio children, Antoine Jr., He's 11, and then he has a daughter. Mariah. Mariah's probably 5 now. So yeah, she's 5. She's about 5 now. So, and then there's Nevaeh. Nevaeh's about 11 now. So I know they miss him tremendously. So my heart goes out to the children, the family. And it's so sad, because for no reason. No reason. And here's another black man finna go to prison for the rest of his life. For the rest of his life. And but at least he get to see his kids. He get to talk to his mama. His mama get to hear from him. They can go down to the Justice Center and see him. And sooner or later he'll be transported somewhere, and they'll get to go to the prison and still embrace him and love on him and talk to him, and his kids, we'll get to see him their visits. My grandkids have none of that. They get none of that. All they have is some pictures and a blanket, you know what I'm saying? A Build-A-Bear with his voice in it. That's all they have. They don't have anything else. They have nothing else.
That's so sad.
They do.
So we're gonna take a break. Traci has had another tragedy in her life, and we're gonna talk about that when we get back. Thanks for listening to me and this one. One thing that we don't do, we don't take time for ourselves when we go through traumatic things and we don't heal. We don't seek counsel.
I have a lot of trauma and past hurts and pains from certain people in Lincoln Heights. I don't have that pain or those thoughts of the things that happened. So I'm like, wow, I feel healed. I really feel like I can be home now without the past pains and thoughts of what happened.
And Mom, that was really an amazing story.
I could sing, I could go to the studio, I had another whole life. So music really saved my life. Maybe something to dream about, something to look forward to.
Wow.
It's divine.
Hey, we back. We on Dizzy One Radio, y'all. And we've been talking about the legend of Antoine Morris-Greenlee.
No, just
Morris. And I'm here with Traci, my cousin. And not only did she lose Antoine, but she lost her grandson. And tell us about that.
Lamar was a 16-year-old, handsome, black young man. He played sports for Taft High School. And he was tragically gunned down this year. Yeah. His mom misses him tremendously, his siblings. Another senseless homicide. His is unsolved at this moment.
Really? So he was downtown?
No, he was in Westwood. He was in Westwood at a friend's house. And from what I understand, someone he thought was his friend picked him up, and they took him around the corner, shot him, and brought him back and threw him out the car. Senseless. Jesus. There's no words. There's no words. And he was a twin. You know, his life didn't even get to begin.
$16 years old.
16 years old. He turned 17 in April. So his twin shared a birthday without his first birthday without his brother.
He was another male.
Yeah.
So did he know, did his brother know any other people that he was around at the time?
You know, word of mouth, they say they know, people say they know who it is. No arrest has been made yet, so, but we're anxiously waiting for an arrest.
So I know that's a lot. It's a lot going through that and having to tell your story over and over again and to different detectives, and, especially when they don't know who actually done it.
Right.
And then that person is still out there,
Probably,
done another one,
yeah.
because it's obviously that pulling that trigger meant nothing to
Right.
him. And then to dump his body out on, was he an older person?
From my understanding, what I know of is that they range from 16 to 19.
They're still doing it.
Yeah, they still
How
babies.
do you have the heart to shoot somebody, put them in the car, and then throw them out on their front door, man?
I don't know. I can't even fathom it. It's a terrible situation. But I'm finding this happening more and more. At least I find some sort of peace in knowing that someone has been arrested for my son's murder. But I'm in a group with a lot of other parents who, I'm talking 3 years, 2 years, 6 years of just unsolved crime, of not having no one accountable. I know it was one lady that told me that she don't know, every time she with somebody, she don't know if that person has something to do with it, it's killing people not to know who has murdered their children.
So what is the group called?
Well, this particular group is our grief group down on Slice for victims. Victims who are now survivors. But I hold a group called Parents and Siblings and Murdered Children. And I created this group on the strength that I know a lot of you are familiar with mothers of murdered children. But as I began to go through my grieving process, it's a lot of men, that are dads, that are great dads, what I'm saying? And, they don't get recognized at all. These were their kids too. It's dads that's grieving the same way, on the same journey, as we as mothers. And so I decided to label our group parents, and then the siblings. A lot of people don't know what the siblings are going through. Our siblings was our best friends. They were our first friends, our best friends. So they lost their best friends. So my group is called Parents and Siblings of Murdered Group. Not just mothers, fathers, grandparents raising their children. They're grieving as well, and they need to be recognized as well.
So have you all sought counseling?
Yes, I myself attend the grief meetings, and I think I'm finding peace there. I always feel good. You guys, y'all concerned to care about us and everything, but this is a different kind of pain. this is something different.
It's just
It's-
like
you,
party
you,
unit.
it's,
on.
hey, listen, you can't even wrap your mind around this sometimes I wonder, how I get up in the morning, this something different. To bury your child, something you never, you don't raise your kids to know that, okay, one day I'm gonna have to lay you to rest. No, we supposed to bury our children. Our children supposed to bury us. We aren't supposed to bury our children. But unfortunately, evil sets in, and then we belong to this group that I'm in that no one wants to be a member of. And that's, losing their children.
So how many people do you have currently in the group?
Well, right now, but, we're kind of like, people come and people fall off, people come, because people grieve differently, Some people find strength there, and some people, tend to want to be, yeah. Because, like I said, we went down, we had to say your name, say your loved one's name down at Ted Berry Park, and the room was filled. It was filled to capacity, and it was really sad. It was welcoming to see so many people coming out to share their story. Oh, it was over 300. It was over 300 people, and it was welcoming to see so many people. But then you got to think about why they there. 300. Why they there? They lost their children. Lost their children. And some of them is, and probably 50% of them was unsolved. So, and they want answers. So they're debating with the police department. They're debating with the judicial system. They, because they want answers. They want to know who killed their child. Rightfully so.
So how can someone get in touch with you and be a part of this group?
You can reach us on Facebook. Reach out to us on Facebook. Like I said, we call parents and siblings of murdered children. And all you do is just send an invite, and you'll also get to know all the things that's coming up in the city. We just did a rap for peace in Cincinnati up on Martin Luther King, and we do different things in the Cincinnati area. So feel free to it may be under construction right now. I have to do with my daughter, but just keep checking back and it'll be there. It's called Parents and Siblings of Murdered Children.
So now, is there a number that somebody can call if they want to get in touch with
You absolutely can. It's area code 513-254-9931. So again, 513-254-9931.
And you also have mentioned some other things that you were looking at doing that is kind of costly, but maybe we could find some sponsors that can help you in assisting with this project.
Yeah. Well, one of them, a young lady, she bought a tree and through the park division, we can buy a tree. It's a little expensive, but I want to say it costs like $750, but they'll put the plaque up with your loved one's name on it, and they're in the park. You can pick whatever park you want this tree in. They have like several different trees you can choose from, like cherry blossom tree, whatever. But the park district will take care of this tree for 10 years. So you can come by, you can decorate it, you can put a bench there. You could almost do whatever you like there. I thought it was a very great idea. We have some things that we're coming up with. We'll, talk with y'all later about them, but it's things that if you have one of your children or a loved one was killed, murdered through gun violence, you'll be able to purchase locks, and we'll have a destination where the lock can be displayed with your loved one's name on it. So a lot of things are coming up in the near future. So just stand by, look it out. Make sure you tune into my page, because I'm always posting whatever is going on in the community. Because we'd love to see y'all there.
So, I want to say that this radio personality with this one radio, that if there's anything that we can do as a radio station, that contact me, and I will make sure that we're there, that we're there to support you, that we're there to help other people get involved, because there's a lot of grieving parents out there that they don't have anywhere to go to.
And another thing, y'all, don't wait for it to hit your doorstep. You know, we have to put a stop to this coronavirus, and we only can do this with you all's help. You know, don't wait until you were on there. You know, come out, support us, do what you can. You know, because we can't just depend on the police to stop this. We as a community, we have to band together in numbers, and we have to get our streets back. We got to get our kids back. So we have to take our kids back. You know, our children are lost out here. You know, and this no snitching, you know, all that stuff, that means nothing when it's your child. See, right now, it's easy for y'all to say that. You know, it's easy to be like, oh, I ain't saying nothing, you know what I'm saying? But when it hits your door, and it's your baby, your child, or you want people to come out in droves, and I know because I've been there. You know, I've been there. You know, I used to go out and do a little, you know, I go out and, you know, send out a balloon and, you know, grab a pamphlet, you know what I'm saying? But now, when it hit my house, man, I'm on the streets running. So, you know, join me, because like I said, it's me today, it might be you tomorrow.
That's true. And we're going to take a break right there and come back with our closing words. I thank y'all truly for tuning in to Busy One Radio and listening to this story, this heartache of this mother, of the children, the siblings, the father, listening to the story and understanding that it can be you tomorrow. So we'll be right back.
We'll be back, y'all.
Check in with Miss Nikki Sheffield and see what she got to talk about. That's one thing you have to be when you're beautiful on the outside. If you're not beautiful on the inside, it's no good. Because you could be beautiful on the outside and ugly on the inside, and you're ugly.
It's like, why not try something new?
You never modeled before?
No.
Okay.
Never.
Okay.
But I should have, shouldn't I?
Yes.
Because I want to stay at the drum and stuff. I want to do something.
That's right.
I don't want to do that.
That's what's up.
So I want to get to it.
That's right. I've never heard anything more touching than that. And you making me want to cry. It's divine.
All right, y'all, we back. We got a couple more minutes to wrap up here. And I truly thank you guys again for tuning in to Busy One Radio. You could download the Busy One app on any of the Apple or Android platforms. And you can listen to me every week at 7 o'clock. I don't only talk about fashion. I talk about business. I talk about people that's hurting in the community. I talk about everything. So if you want to join in and you want to be heard, feel free to call me 480-9200, area code 513-480-9200, and let's link up, let's get on here, let's let people know your story. So, Traci, I really truly thank you for being brave, for one, to come on here to share your story, your heartache, the pain that you feel every day. Like you say, the words, you lose words because, and especially at that time, you be in the zone. Yeah. And it's like a nightmare that continues to happen every day. You don't, you never get used to it.
No. But I want to thank you, Kim, for this platform, because, that's the thing. There's so many of us who have the ability to have a platform such as you that can, really reach large numbers of people, and they don't, they don't. And, so you should be so, I'm honored, to be a part of Busy One, because without you, this story wouldn't be able to be told.
Right. I don't do any accolades for myself. This is what I've always done.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been.
You definitely have. I've always. She's been a pioneer for a long time. Some of y'all know her.
I've always wanted to help, but at some point in your life, like when I did Three Square, at a point in my life, it was like draining. The parents were being parents.
Right.
I'm like, I'm done. So I sat back and I went to school, finished, I got my master's, and I said, well, okay, what else do I want to do? And it just so happened, COVID happened, and I had more time to do that. So I said, I want to start my own clothing line. So I did that. I did my products. I did wine. I have a makeup line now. I got hair. You did hair. Yeah. I got a couple other things that I want to do before I leave this earth.
I know that's good.
And it's coming soon. Hopefully I don't leave this earth. But if I do, remember the things that, the good things that, I was able to do for other people. And I got that from my mom and my dad, because they raised other people's children up in football, basketball, baseball. We even did softball. Yeah. So our family was always giving to others, and that's how I've always been. So as long as I have a platform where people can be heard, and my boss tells me it's okay, that you don't have to talk about fashion today. You can bring somebody else on, and you can talk about what you want to talk about. And you can talk about the community, because without this community, there's no business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I truly thank you all for giving me this opportunity to be on this platform, to inform you of what's going on in the community. I urge you all to think about yourself as a king and a queen, because would they be killing kings and queens?
No.
If you was a king and a queen, you would not be out there shooting each other. No. Because you, like, what's up, king? You have a certain respect for each other. What's up? How you doing, queen? You look beautiful today. Because as women, we are afraid to say to another woman, you look beautiful. Why?
I don't know.
Queen, you look beautiful.
Yes, and you look beautiful as well.
And it's okay, you guys, if we get our mindset into a different mindset, that we are royal, we are kings and queens, we wouldn't be out there taking each other's lives. We'll put these guns down. We'll learn how to communicate and talk out our issues. And that's part of the problem, is our people don't know how to communicate.
That's right.
You don't have to always communicate with
Violence.
words and violence. Learn how to read and learn how to talk things out.
Have a dialogue.
Have a dialogue. If we had more dialogues, those 300 people out there
Wouldn't been in that room.
they wouldn't be in that room. Stop killing our kids. Stop killing our babies.
Our kids want to grow up.
They want to grow up. They want to be parents. They want the opportunity. There's too many young ones leaving here. I thank y'all for tuning in to Busy Room Radio. Again, if you have anything that you want to talk about, give me a call, 480-9200, and let's talk about it. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, this is great. This is great. This is great. Thanks, y'all, for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I see some 3 square people in this America.
Yeah, this is America.
Yeah.